Going into the season, I could never have guessed this, but the Indiana Pacers are one of the best teams on both sides of the floor. They're one of the most electrifying teams in the NBA, and they're one of the most fun teams to watch. And right now, they have an 8-4 record, and they sit only half a game back of the first seed. And they have honestly, in my opinion, looked better than any Eastern Conference team in the NBA. And here's one. Ladies and gentlemen, that bell was just a reminder as we prepare for takeoff towards the upcoming video to strap in your subscribe button and activate your like button for a smooth takeoff. Enjoy your flight with us at Sports. Now, I haven't been living under a rock the past few years. I knew the Pacers were good. I just didn't know they would be this good. Honestly, with the Wizards getting better, the Hawks getting better, other teams getting better, I figured they would either be a lower seed or even miss the playoffs this year. I mean, after last year's performance we saw where the Heat beat them in 5 and embarrassed them, I just really didn't believe in them too much, but they've definitely proven me wrong. And this team is a lot better than I could have ever expected. Let's just start off. One thing that's changed for them a lot is the fact that they have Caris LeVert now. I mean, Caris LeVert is a guy who is averaging 18.5 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and that is playing off the bench with KD and Kyrie. He's going to be starting on the Indiana Pacers, and let me tell you, he's about to have himself a field day. He's going to be the second best player on this team, probably. I don't know. It depends if you want to have Miles Turner or Malcolm Brogdon over him. But he's somewhere between the 2 and 4 best player. But that's the thing, man. They kind of have like a hierarchy on this team. It's not really like one player is the best player. They play as a team. And they're starting to remind me of the Miami Heat last year. But anyways, if y'all saw Caris LeVert in the bubble when he had that Nets team to himself, because Kyrie was out, KD was out, DeAndre Jordan was out, he had some really, really good games. He even scored over 30 points one game and almost eliminated the Portland Trail Blazers from the playoffs, but they ended up winning. But still, Caris LeVert's a dog. I think he's going to be amazing. He has a chance to be an all-star in our league. Very good pickup by them. But that's not who we're talking about today. He's a new addition. What about the people who's already been here through the whole season? You know, given it's only been 12 games. One guy I want to mention to start off with, Miles Turner. I've been very disappointed with this guy throughout his entire career, and I've just always imagined him as being a really, really good offensive player. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I'm starting to see now. Even though he's having a really good year this year, he's still only averaging 12 points per game. He's still shooting 28% from deep. And his offensive skills just have a lot to be desired. And I don't know if he's ever going to get to where I want him to be on offense. But defensively, he's always been a monster on defense. But he's averaging over 4 blocks per game. And sometimes when players average blocks, you know, it look like they're playing really good defense, but they're really just going for the stats. They're going for the block every time. And they, overall, if you look at the advanced analytics, they don't defend that well. That is not the case for Miles Turner. He is just swatting every shot that comes in his paint, and they are playing amazing defense right now. The Pacers are 6th in defensive rating in the NBA, and I could just tell by the eye test that they had amazing defense, that they really like to get out in transition and run, and that they really like to steal the ball, and stealing the ball helps them get out in transition and run. And well, after I checked the stats on that, you know, I was right. As in, like I said, they're 6th in defensive rating. They're 3rd in the NBA in steals. And they're 7th in offensive. They're 7th in assists per game, which is really, really good. Like I said, they move the ball a lot, and they're a really good defensive team. And they're top 10 in offense as well. I think they're 10th on the dot. So, almost all championship teams are top 10 in offense and defense. I'm not saying they're a championship team. There's obviously other teams that are top 10 in both of them as well. But this team, like I said, is reminding me a lot of the Miami Heat last year, and they really could possibly surprise us. Now, Miles Turner, he has improved. He's had a really good year defensively, and he's helped out. He's a big reason why the defense is good. But what about Domantas Sabonis, man? He looks like he's definitely the best player on the Pacers for sure. He's averaging 22 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, man. And not to mention, he's still averaging like half a block and half a steal. Nothing much right there. But he just developed from a player that was just, 15 and 10 guy, guy can get you a double-double, to he is one of the best players in the NBA. Definitely a top 25 player. I love his game. I don't know how I feel about it next to Miles Turner, because this guy, he's a guy who can shoot the three ball, can space the floor out. So him and Miles Turner can theoretically both shoot, but neither one of them are like snipers from deep. That's the only problem I have with it. And I feel like they're both too slow and too congested together. But at the same time, Sabonis has really upped his passing skills over the offseason. I feel like that's why he's been a lot better scorer. Defenses are having to not just focus so much on him when he has the ball, because he can now pass it. He's not only going to shoot it. So that's a really good thing. They have Aaron and Justin Holiday. They've been pretty good. They started and come off the bench whenever they need them to. Justin's been a little bit better, but both are some good scoring guards that can give you some good passes in there too. They got TJ McConnell. He literally is just there to move the ball. That's all he does. Malcolm Brogdon. Really liking him so far. He's averaging 23 and 7, and probably will end up being in the 50-40-90 club again. One of the most efficient players in the league, and definitely could be in the running to be an all-star, although he had probably missed out barely. But we'll see what happens for that. Let's see. Do you have anybody else that's healthy at least? Not that I can really think of. Now, they do have 2 players that are injured. And, wait. Before I talk about them, Doug McDermott, he's a pretty good player. Averaging about 12 points for him. Okay, got him out of the way. TJ Warren and Jeremy Lamb. They need to hope one of them can come back this season, because that will definitely help their depth a lot. And they're both really good players. If they both come back this season, hey, that's great, man. The more the merrier, because there's a lot of players having to be out for certain reasons. So, you want to be as deep as possible. I really like this team. It has the perfect balance of scoring, passing, and defense all on one. And I feel like they just have a lot of different skill sets to fit together really nicely. And after trading Karis LeVert, or trading for him, I should say, I like this team a lot better. As in, I feel like Karis just slightly fits better than Oladipo does. And also, I wasn't as big of a fan because Oladipo's coming out with injuries. I don't know if he was as committed because he was talking about wanting to go to Miami Heat. I know Karis LeVert will be committed to this team. I know he's going to be at the top of his game, and he's actually going to be taking it to another level, so I'm excited to see that. And I'm excited to see if the Indiana Pacers can make it past the second round, or even past the first round. We'll see. But this team is definitely impressing me so far. Alright, if y'all didn't do it earlier, I would definitely appreciate it if you're still here. If you hit that like button and subscribe button, it definitely means a lot to me. But anyways, that'd be all I have for y'all today.